Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey guys. Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Y'all. Is it just me? Or is this part of 2025 kicking your ass? I'm telling you, it's like, damn 2025. Like, this is not easy. 2025 is rough. Ooh, I can't seem to get it together. How's everybody doing today? I'm on the struggle bus, but I'm here and I'm happy to be here. And good morning. And sis doing the best she can. The internet was out this morning for some reason, but we have two internet providers in the house. Spectrum was on break. Google Fiber was working. Google was working. And right before I was getting ready to hit the go live, I'm like, why isn't my pages loading? Well, because the internet wasn't working. I looked at the tower and it was red. And then I checked and I looked around because I didn't have a lot of lights on in the house. And I don't know what I was thinking because I'm obviously sitting here on the computer. But I was like, is the power out? I'm like, is the power out? And I realized I'm like, oh, well, I'm sitting on the computer, so that can't be. And Google Fiber was working. But anyway, it came back on. So I'm like, whatever. I'm like, y'all, can you just internet, can you please not play with me early in the morning? Okay. So anyway, what else is going on, y'all? Um, my DOGs are sleeping. And I'm not saying any names because the minute I say a name, you know what I mean? They're going to be like, are you talking to me? You calling me? What's going on? And then it's going to be, you know how they do. So we're not saying any names. The DOGs are sleeping or chillaxing, and that's exactly what they need to be doing right now, period, because I don't have the energy to deal with that foolishness right now. Yes. Girl, as soon as somebody, even if I say PEE, I shouldn't even say that because we call her P, you know? Girl, no. Stealing butter. If you take a stick of butter out, let me tell you. If you take a stick of butter out and leave it, like say I want to make some cookies, say I'm making some eggs, just say, because we use real butter. And last time I bought a vat of butter, not a vat, what do you call it? Like a tub of butter, like a Land O'Lakes. Literally, we had it for a day. And then my husband says to me this: "Did you give Lambo that tub of butter?" I was like, now why would I give him a tub of butter? He's sitting there having a love affair because you know how dogs do. Girl, he was damn near making love to the butter tub. I was like, ew. He was licking out that butter. It was so disgusting. I was like, give me that. I just bought it, and you guys know how much butter costs. Butter is not cheap. I was so mad because I got the butter because, we use stick and you got to sit it out so it can soften a little bit. So I said, let me just get a tub of butter. I get a freaking tub of butter, and Sir basically steals it and is eating it and sitting there licking all up in it like it was his. So needless to say, that got thrown away. I haven't bought any more. Um, I pretty much just do sticks. I'm like, forget it. But a thing of stick butter is like $14 at Sam's for three. Is it three? It's either 3 or 4 packs or whatever. It's decent. I don't care about the price so much because it does last. But it's just if you sit out a stick of butter and you don't sit it up high, and you just put it on the counter and forget, baby, you gonna see that wax paper somewhere in the house, and he will have ate your stick of butter. Like just exactly what's gonna happen. I don't know what it is with him and butter. It's ridiculous. But no, he has not been behaving. To answer your question, no. I mean, he's not. I'm not losing sleep over it, but that boy is mischievous. He's bad. He's cute bad though. Like he's not tearing up. I don't even want to put anything out into the in the world, but he's not destroying the house per se. My husband probably would say different, but he steals stuff out the kitchen. But you would think, oh, well, I'm sure someone's going to say, well, he must be hungry. Girl, bye. That dog is greedy. He loves to eat. I just fed them. They'll get a snack later. When my husband comes home every day, he gives them treats. I don't give them treats because pretty much their treat time is when dad comes home. Um, and then at night, if their bowls are empty, I might give them a little, not a top off, but I'll give them a little snickety snack. Um, just something to chew on before bed. But I feed them first thing. So they have all day to eat, not to mention they get whatever I'm eating. They're going to beg me to the point where I end up giving up half my food all the time. So they get, those dogs are well taken care of, trust me. Um, yeah, he's bad. He's very spoiled, but he's so cute. That's the thing. He's so cute, so you kind of forget. Anyway, let's get into this a little bit. So there was some tea spill with Ashley. I wanted to do my jazzy life. We'll see if we get over there. Jasmine is acting a fool again. She's making that high calorie coffee and acting real sus when she's drinking it. But let's see what Ashley was talking about. I guess I don't know if her and Hazel fell out again, her and Octavia. Um, I don't know. I guess I don't know what's going on. You guys tell me, but it sounds like she's explaining something that happened with them. I don't know, but we're gonna get about 10 minutes in. You already know Ashley is doing her hair. That's what she does. She gets up in that bathroom and she starts curling up her wig, and she calls us to tell us what's going on. So that's what's going on at the moment. We'll get a little caught up, and then we'll go over to my jazzy lives real quick, okay? But people were in the comments asking her about Jeremy. I probably should do. I wonder if I can.
Something happens to that baby.
Hold on, girl.
Like, if you feel like you can walk a day in my shoes, good for you. Good for you. You know what I'm saying? But also, y'all are sitting behind a screen and you're seeing bits and pieces. Now, at the end of the day, I don't agree with everything that is done with my child's father and, in their household and stuff. But at the end of the day, that's their household. I have my own. Y'all know August is 5 now. He's not an itty bitty baby. He can speak very well. He knows how to articulate his emotions, his feelings, his thoughts. So all that.
I'm trying to make this as big as possible so we can
father,
see,
and
because
and
she was kind of directly responding to the comments, and it's, if we can't see them, it's hard to figure out like what was going on here.
their household and stuff. But at the end of the day, that's their household. I have my own. Y'all know August is 5 now. He's not an itty bitty baby. He can speak very well. He knows how to articulate his emotions, his feelings, his thoughts. So all that, when something happens to that baby, this, that, and the third, to me, I feel like you're taking a jab at my child. And I don't appreciate that. I feel like at the end of the day, he don't.
You've never seen Jeremy's baby mom. This is Jeremy's baby mom. Jeremy Keisha Kaylee. Anyway, we're not going to be here long, but someone mentioned it as we were exiting yesterday. So we're talking about it for a minute. Just roll with it. This is Keisha Kaylee's baby daddy, baby mama. Okay. You know, the little boy that's right in between the twins and Jory, the youngest. So Keisha's got two deliveries. She got the twins and she got Jory, right? August is in the middle. Okay. You can do the math, right? He had a baby in between Keisha's two, right? Uh that's what it's sounding like to me. That's nothing new though, right? That's
Don't
nothing
have
new.
nothing to do with nothing. I've asked Papa personally because a lot of people, I don't want it to be like I'm like purposely oblivion to what is going on. I asked my child
I heard her say oblivion. I heard her say it.
religiously, how do you feel about this person? How do you feel about that person? What's going on? How, you know what I'm saying? Like, fill me in. So all I can say on is when it comes specifically to that, he loves his daddy. He loves his stepmom. I asked him specifically, how do you feel about her? Do you feel like she treats you bad?
Praise
Do you feel like she treats you good?
praise be on oblivion. Okay.
How do you feel about her? How do you feel like you're being treated? He said that she treats her. She treats him well. He's happy. So I'm just, that's all I'm gonna say when it comes down to that. Because like I said, I want to focus on the positive. I want to focus on the love. I get more love than I get hate. But I do tend to give into the negativity, and for myself personally, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I have to let that go. But yeah, I just want to throw that out there. He's fine. He's happy. He's good. The moment my child comes to me and says he's uncomfortable, he's not happy, he doesn't feel safe, that is when, you know what I'm saying, we're going to
It's
have
a
to go a different
problem.
route. But as of
Yeah.
right now, he enjoys being able to have his different households, whether it's my household, Mama Marsha's household, or Jeremy's household. So I just want to say that.
Mm.
Um,
So I would imagine it was Hazel, right? Octavia. Octavia did that. This is, and you know what I mean? I don't know these people. I like Hazel. I feel like she's a smart woman. She handles her business. From what I see, I don't know what goes on actually in Atlanta, but what I've seen, she seems together. She's a very attractive lady. She takes care of her kids, all the things. I want, you know what I'm saying? Um, Speaking, I would think after 3 years and the dragging that she got from the goon squad, Keisha's goon squad, that when it comes to Ashli and Ashley's business after the day of reckoning and all of the things, if you don't know what I'm talking about, girl, just listen and it's okay. All right. But the people that know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. After the day of reckoning and getting dragged for being a little bit too much in Ashley's business, you would think that Hazel has enough in her life going on, not to say she doesn't, because I'm sure she does, that when people ask her questions about Ashley, she would have learned by now to just say, "Go ask Ashley." Ask Ashley. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, girl. You know what I mean? I'm not in a position to speak on anybody's business. You know, that's my girl. That's my boo boo. Because um I'm gonna tell you guys real quick. So I have two friends, right? Two very good friends. One friend would ask me all the time how the other friend was doing. I didn't think anything of it. Oh yeah, she did blase, 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 blase. And then when she talks to so and so, it might be like, oh yeah, I talked to Fran, and she told me that, not gossipy or bad or anything, but just that other friend had to tell me, and I didn't realize. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was young. I was in my early 20s. I didn't I had to get an awareness about telling folk business, okay? You understand what I'm saying? I had to learn that this friend didn't like if I even said she went to the damn mall. She's very different. She's a Virgo too. She's a Virgo. And she felt a way about anything being said of her business. And I had to learn that about her, but I also had to learn that as a young woman, learning to be a little bit more discreet. And everybody doesn't like, for, even if it seems random. Oh yeah, so the grocery store, whatever. Yeah, she bought some new jeans or whatever. Just randomness. Probably not you know what I mean, just to keep your mouth shut on certain things, right? So, but that other friend always had a way of kind of fishing, so she was a little bit nosy, and maybe I don't know. I don't know why she would do it, but I had to learn how to handle her, which was stop asking me other people's business. Okay, that was that. And then I also learned that that friend doesn't like to be discussed at all, right? So, if you want to know how she's doing, call her yourself. That's my point, right? So I'm saying this: when Octavia is approached by the internet on how Ashley is doing or how August is doing, what's going on, this, that, and the third, Hazel slash Octavia, you know who let's talk about it. Octavia, when she mentions Octavia, she's talking about I Am Hazel, the one who went and auditioned and interviewed with Nesto at his restaurant in Atlanta. Octavia and Hazel are the same person. Anyway, any of my Nesto people, so you'll know who this is. This is Octavia slash Hazel's best friend. She is godmother to this lady's baby, who is the baby mom of Jeremy. Jeremy, who's engaged to Keisha Kaylee. Okay. Hopefully you guys caught that. Okay. Um, Hazel got to understand because she got dragged for doing a little too much during the Day of Reckoning. And what's the Day of Reckoning, Fran? Girl, you gonna have to go back in these videos. Like, that's a long time ago. It's like 4 years ago, but it was a drag session. Okay. Some people got dragged, some people got their feelings hurt, all kinds of stuff. It was a mess. Anyway, I'm just going to say you would think that folk would have learned by now, getting close to 30, to learn how to boom, keep your mouth shut, right? Okay, that's all. That's all I'm saying in the nicest way possible.
Another thing, a lot of people have been coming at me about Octavia Hazel. There's no
You even had to say it, Octavia Hazel, because some people know Octavia, some people know Hazel. Um, some people know her as Tay, Octavia slash Hazel, all same person. Okay.
smoke on my end. There's no beef. I mean, to my knowledge, there's no beef on her end either. I may be wrong. Either way it goes, I just feel like that's not too much I really want to say when it comes to Octavia, because I feel like the internet shit is internet shit, and I feel like it's just conversations that could be had between me and her in private. So what I will say as far as Octavia, that I did when I was on live, I did use some words that I feel like kind of have a negative connotation around it. I said the word transactional, and I think I'm just going to elaborate a little bit on that. It's just as simple as I grew up with a Gemini mom. Okay, she didn't really wasn't quick. I'll say she wasn't quick to apologize
She said she grew up with a Jedi mom.
on that. It's just as simple as I grew up with a Gemini mom.
Oh,
Okay,
Gemini.
she
Okay.
didn't really wasn't quick. I'll say she wasn't quick to apologize when it came to certain things. Um, Her way of expressing her love language is to provide, or to treat you to something, or whatever the case may be. And that's more the context that I meant when I was speaking on Octavia. I wasn't saying that she buys me or anything, or buys the people she's around. I think that her love language is to provide, and to show her way of showing up is to treat you to lunch or something, or you spend a day with her and y'all go do something, and it's like, I got it, I got you type of feel. I did not mean it in any type of negative connotational way. And when I said that, are you doing this for you, or are you doing this for me, I meant simply that, like, in the fact of that my love language is not quite that. My love language, I rather sit down, have a meaningful conversation with the woo. But like I said, that's a conversation that I am willing to have with Octavia on our own time. So I just wanted to clear that up as well.
But why bring that up? Why bring that up? Um, there are some people, okay. Look, that can run deep. The people pleasing, the over generosity. So Lily has been going to therapy. So she's spotting some things. She's spotting similarities. Not that it's a bad quality, like she said, but she's spotting some qualities. It reminds her of her mom. Maybe she feels like Octavia's a little mothering over her. Maybe Octavia little sisters her or baby girls her. Who knows? We don't know what the trigger is, but Lily might also be on some I don't need anyone to do anything for me. She might feel like, how they say there's no such thing as a free lunch because sometimes strings are attached. And also sometimes people like to do, well, I did this for you and I did that for you and da, 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 da. You know what I mean? Like, let's just be friends. You don't have to just show me love and respect. You know what I'm saying? Type of thing. I don't know if that's the case here, but when she said, are you doing this for me or for you? It's like, oh, wow. Not that it's a bad thing to be generous with a friend, but some people who have issues with accepting gifts and feeling obligated, maybe that could be a trigger for her. Like, what does this come with? Like, you doing this for me is nice, but don't, I can do for myself, or I don't need this, or, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like she said, she's already attaching it to her mother. It's like, damn, the relationship with these two goes very deep.
Um, I
And
think
there seems to be over the years some trigger points with those two and a lot of sensitivity.
that she is a beautiful person. I think that she is headstrong. She is smart. Um, and I think
Mm.
being that the businesswoman that she is, you know what I'm saying? I
I
know that
just think Ashley, you could tell Ashley has been to therapy. She's gaining some clarity. She has conversation around things that may have bothered her, and she's just talking about them outside of herself, which to me is an indicator she may, if you've ever been to therapy before or you know how therapy works, when you start to gain some clarity about some things, or you start to understand, the reasons why maybe you've done some things or what your triggers are, and be able to kind of speak about the situation outside of the situation, it just, you can kind of tell, right? And it sounds like she's able to really articulate what's going on around her, which is to me an indicator that, she's getting something out of her therapy. And maybe she's identifying some things that, like, hey, I don't, you know what I mean? I'm good on that. You know what I mean?
She doesn't have a lot of time for certain things. She's running her own business. You know what I'm saying? But uh, all in all, to say that um, whenever we can find the time to get together, I definitely will do that and have my own private conversation with her. The only other thing I did want to speak on when it comes to Octavia is the simple fact of, I know a lot of people feel like I didn't show up for her as hard as she showed up for me when I was going, like when we first all got situated or whatever. And any time after that, that we've had like issues when it came to certain internet things. Um, and I will say that because I view her as someone so headstrong, I may have given my space to believe that she didn't need any background noise. So that I could publicly apologize and say, like, you know, like, it's nothing wrong with showing up for your friend. Like, we've had conversations in private where I expressed how I felt about certain situations and things, but I didn't feel the need to come public about it. But once again, that's a conversation that I can have with Octavia, where it's just like, you know, if you feel like I'm not showing up for you loud enough or through other ways, you know what I'm saying, then that's something I could work on. Just because you come off strong and you deal well with confrontation doesn't mean that, you know, you don't still need your cheerleaders or somebody, you know, behind you, you know, just having your back. So I can definitely say,
So are people thinking that she didn't show up for Octavia when she lost her baby? Because what is she supposed to do? Is she supposed to go live and say, okay, guys, I know that Octavia had a miscarriage and I just want to be public to say I'm supporting her? That's stupid. Did was that was that called out to you know what? These two, I think people love this little combination, Ashley and Octavia, and they have a sweet friendship. When things are going good with them, their people are very enamored of this friendship. But either these two are growing apart or it was a season. There's nothing that's going to bring back before Octavia got exposed for whatever it was that she did with Jeremy, whenever it was, if that was even true. The friendship or the like ship that she had with Jeremy that Ashley didn't know about, that friendship that they had prior to that coming out, that's not ever going to happen again. That you know what I'm saying? Like now it's built on after that. Hazel always had Ashley back. Ashley never had Hazel's back. I guess. I don't know. I can't even speak to that because I'm not them. I don't know. You know what I mean? Sometimes can't we just be friends? Can I just show up for you how I need to show up? Why do I have to, if extra hard might not be in me? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to realize I can't be the friend for you that you need. It doesn't mean I'm not your friend. It doesn't mean I don't love you, but I don't have a superwoman outfit. You might got superwoman all day. I don't own a superwoman. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a superwoman shirt, outfit, nor costume. I can't do it. So if your friend does it, do it because that's what you want to do for me. I don't want to hear that I'm not there for you when you want me to do something I physically can't do or I mentally can't do. Everybody's can't match energy. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have to just love your friends for who they are and what they bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? That's the that's the interesting thing about friendships because your girlfriends are not your sisters. Your sisters, your blood, most of the time is going to be there and show up for you in a way that nobody else will because that's your blood. Those are your people. Friends have an option. I mean, family has an option too, but more than likely, at least from my experience with family, family's going to show up regardless how they feel. If they're pissed at you or not, they're going to show up. Friends, um, I don't expect my friends to always match my energy. I have to, unconditional love is just that. And if you care about your friends, everything doesn't have to be reciprocated. You know what I'm saying? So to me, if that's just Octavia's energy, you can tell Ashli doesn't have the same energy as Octavia. Octavia should know that. Now, as a woman, you lose a baby. I'm sure they have had conversations. I would imagine Ashli would be there for her, but if she hasn't been there for her, why do we know about it? You know what I'm saying? That's just weird. I would feel very uncomfortable my friend relationships playing out on the internet. That's a lot. I do things for people and don't expect the same in return. That's just not how friendships work. Absolutely. And your best qualities and gifts may not be what you need. You already possess that. You know what I'm saying? You have that in you. And if you give that to a friend, like you're a good listener, you're a good problem solver, you might not need that. Sometimes you might just need an ear. You know what I mean? Sometimes you might just need a cheerleader sometimes. Whatever it is that you need, but to think sometimes, which I don't know if this is their problem or not, that you can match exact energy. You know, I had a friend that I had to let go. I really care about this friend still to this day, but when my life changed, cuz I was single for a long time, I lived alone, I was free, right? When I moved in, or when my boyfriend and I moved in together and eventually got married and had a baby, my life was like slowly kind of changing, but there were kind of some hard stops. And I never was that friend who like dropped my friends for a man, but when life started getting a little too busy, like all of a sudden I live with somebody, I'm not going out on the weekend anymore. Maybe I'm not going to the girls' trip anymore. Those kind of things, my life changed. And it's definitely when I had a baby. And this friend that I had, 'cause she did not under she didn't get it. She didn't get it at all, and I couldn't do everything anymore. And honestly, she when I looked and thought about it, everybody was single. This friend has since gotten divorced like twice. Which that's not a big deal, but she's single, right? All of her other friends just have nothing but time. I'm gonna say it like that. Not to diss anybody. It's just everybody is very much on their own schedule, and I'm not. I got people that count on me, and I got shit to do. You know what I'm saying? And I just couldn't do the same things anymore. And that became a problem, to the point where we couldn't even be friends anymore. I was a bad friend. So because I'm a bad friend, I'm gonna let you have it, and I'm not gonna be around it. You know what I'm saying? Like we've gone our separate ways. Everybody cannot match energy. So, and some people just don't want to. Other things are more important, other priorities. So
I feel like a lot of it
friendship plays out so much on this internet. It's crazy.
comes down to perceptions and just like what each of us all have going on. And I think it just took a moment for me to see it from a different perspective of like, even though I feel like I'm being supportive, how does my friend feel? So that's just something else I had wanted to mention.
And maybe she's also acknowledging she was a little selfish. Who knows? I don't know. I hadn't been keeping up with what these two do in their friendship. So this is kind of like the first I'm hearing about this, but I'm not surprised because they have fell out a few times.
Um, but once
Girl,
again,
Ashli, if you don't wash that wig is it's not curling, it's not behaving, because it's giving, it might be dirty, honey. Like it might need to be washed, boo.
like I said, a lot of this internet stuff gets chopped and screwed and misconstrued and all type of stuff. So I don't really want to talk too much about too many different things, just because, like I said, I'm not trying to give any negative energy and thoughts any power. Um, so yeah, but like I said, I do want to publicly apologize to my friend and just say, like, if I wasn't as supportive as you would like me to be, I do apologize.
But why would Octavia get online and tell the internet? Tell us before they've had that conversation. That's where that gets a little bit like, why are you dragging me? I would take that as you dragging me. Why are you telling everybody, like, call me? You got a problem with me? I wasn't there for you. Pick up the phone and say, friend, come over. I need you. Where are you? Hello? Before it gets to you weren't there for me, maybe I don't know. Maybe I have no idea. I don't have a problem telling my friends or people that care about me I need them when I need them, and I don't need you when you know what I mean, like I'm good kind of thing. The fact that it's gotten to this point this is bad. This is not the first time we've heard of communication problems between these two. And sometimes to me also, if it takes so much energy to be friends with someone, maybe the friendship is just you like each other, you love each other, but until y'all learn how to actually really communicate, y'all might need to just chill.
That's never my intention. Like I said, we've had our own private conversations where, it just gave like, I got this. So it's like, if you got it, you got it. But there's other ways to show up, and it doesn't have to be being loud or whatever the case may be. But yeah, so I just wanted to say that. I think it was one more thing I wanted to talk about. And I also want to say this. I feel like people are trying to make it seem like because I'm choosing the co-parenting that like I picked a side. I haven't. It's not a side to be picked. You know what I'm saying? Like, because at the end of the day, the only side I could be on is my child. And that, again, like I said, is a conversation that I could have with the people I need to have a conversation with, of like comfortability and like, just making sure everything is everything. But I did have someone come at me talking about, why would I let Jeremy come to Mama Marcia's house? Mama Marcia is a grown ass woman. If I'm not able to pick up my child or drop him off to a certain location or whatever, you know what I'm saying, wherever the meeting point is, or if I have to work, whatever, Mama Marcia's house is a safe place for Papa. He's comfortable, he's happy. She said it was okay. That's all that matters. Like, that's a grown woman, that's her household. If she's okay with like no one's.
So Mama Marsha's probably Octavia's mom, but Octavia hates Jeremy and Keisha. Is that what it is? That's the problem. Ashley did a TikTok that started this back and forth on the internet. Ashley likes to talk. And I'm not going to say it's throw rock, hide your hand, but she likes to talk openly. And maybe she doesn't think it all the way through. You know what I'm saying? And maybe she is being messy. I don't know. Is it still up, the TikTok? This is my thing. Talk about some damn nail polish. Talk about some conditioner. Talk about what you made for dinner. Talk about it like it's a story time. You see how I talk about personal things, but I don't put no names to it. Somebody could be listening and say, is she talking about what happened with me and her? I'm not sure. It may not be. Okay. What's Ashley's TikTok? Is Ashley, let me see. Ashley, I feel like I follow her already. But is it Big? I forget what it is. It's not Big Mama. It's something like It's not the leeway, is it? It couldn't be. Oh, it is. Duh. Okay. What TikTok? Do you know which TikTok it was? I've never seen Ashley's real hair. Maybe we have, and I didn't know that that was it. But she said something about starting to, she wants to take care of her real hair. She wants to start paying more attention to what she has going on. Some people have diarrhea of the mouth and they need to take some Imodium AD to stop the diarrhea of the mouth. Oh, okay. Look, this is what I say about that. You like to talk, just understand what comes with it. She responded to what was said. Okay. All right. I don't know which TikTok it is, so we'll just go back over here. If somebody figures it out, let me know.
Inviting anybody over and having a kumbaya and a family dinner or nothing. It's as simply as it's a location to pick up and drop off August safely.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, other than that,
So, did Octavia have a problem with Jeremy going to her mama's house? Or did the internet have a problem with Jeremy going to the lady's house?
I don't be understanding a lot of the confusion about a lot of things, but that's me.
Maybe Ashley still doesn't understand. Maybe Ashley still doesn't understand that her audience is made up of a lot of people who have issues with them folks. And I'm talking about Keisha and Jeremy. So the fact that things have cooled down to the point where there's a little bit of bridge building versus definite roadblocks and the lack of trust and people don't like her. People don't, they, she has to understand this is your audience, sis. This is your audience, and people are going to question this is how it started and this is how it's going to end. You got a lot of audience that feel a way about your baby daddy and your baby daddy's fiance and them as a couple and all of those things. Yeah.
But I think those were like the main things I want to just go ahead and talk about. Because I know like I said, I was pretty worked up. I can't remember what day it was. I was pretty worked up, but all that when something happens to your baby, keep that same energy, type of energy. Like, baby, that shit is getting returned to sender. And I don't wish any harm on anybody, but you fixing your mouth to say that, it sounded like a manifestation to me. So I don't like that at all. I'm just gonna have to go back to just protecting my peace and my sanity. Like, August is getting older. It's been a few places we went to. Hell, just this week alone, where we ran into people who told him they know us from YouTube, and like he was so excited. But like he's been asking about getting back on YouTube, but he's also at that age where he's starting to learn how to read and starting to learn, what's going on and becoming hip to things. And it's just like I don't want that negative energy around where it's like I said, I feel like people think they're taking a jab at me, but I don't see it like that. I don't see it like that at all. Like, keep my child out of it, period, point blank. Especially at our grown ages, like it's women who are old enough to be my mother, old enough to be my grandmother, old enough to be like a great aunt, talking crazy. Like that is
How about just say we're keeping the kids out of it? This is the last conversation I'm going to be mentioning, like outside of mommy and August type stuff, or August is like, just let's keep the kids out of it. You know what I mean? Just set a boundary. But you keep bringing August up. You know what I'm saying? Like, August is part of the look. I'm not saying August is part of the content, but August is part of what you discuss in your content. Stop discussing it. Like, or discuss it in a way that doesn't leave it open for people to give an opinion, or hey, whatever your opinion is, I'm the mother. This is what I'm doing. Whatever, whatever. Last time I saw Ashli video, she said she wasn't even coming to YouTube like that again. And here she is back in the bathroom, curling her hair and trying to tell people to stop doing what they do. And the internet doesn't stop doing what they do. It's you got to stop doing what you do, and you got to drive the conversations elsewhere, and hopefully people will follow, and you leave it at that. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, but you know what I mean?
It's crazy to me.
Uh,
Crazy as hell. Just because you don't like what you see, you know, at somebody else's household. At the end of the day, either don't watch, or just if you have something to say and you don't agree with it, all you have to do is, I'm praying for y'all, wishing y'all the best of luck. I hope everything works out. That those will do just fine. But all
or
the
I'm going to just keep my mouth shut. Like, some people are not going to pray for you. Some people are not hoping that you're doing fine. Let's just be real about it. Some people really hate that girl. Some people can't stand that girl. Some people really don't give a fuck. But what I would say is this: if you leave the door ajar, people are going to come in. If you leave the door open, they're going to walk through. If you close the door, create a boundary to people respecting what you got going on, and people are here to see what you got going on. You're curling your hair, you're getting ready to go out. This is a life update. That's it.
extra other shit, I'm cool on it. I'm cool on it. Like, honestly. And like I said, I'm okay. I'm finally at that point where I'm okay to agree to disagree. Like I said,
Well, I'm going to say this, Walk by Faith. You don't know if he lied. They do YouTube over at his dad's house. He might enjoy it, think it's fun. He might know, she does TikTok. We don't know what he said. You know what I'm saying? You can't really say she lied, because August said he might want to film. He might want to do a video, whatever that means to him. We don't know that she's lying. We don't know how August 5-year-olds can ask things, especially when they're sitting there videoing chickens and damn goats over there at his dad's house, and they're talking about YouTube. And he might say, well, I want to do YouTube too, or can we do videos again? You don't know. We don't really know how he asked it for her to convert it to adults to say he wants to do YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know that it's easy to say she lied. I know look, if that's your opinion, that's fine. But I don't know that it's a lie.
you might rock with me some days, and then the other days you like, I ain't really fun this bitch. That's cool. That's cool. That is cool. You know what I'm saying?
He
But
might like doing
one
videos.
thing we know about me is, let's keep it cute around here. Like, let's keep it cute.
Okay.
I feel like emotions be high, feelings change. But we're all human. We're all doing the best that we can. Some, try a little harder than others, but
I think she is in a tough place because, like I said, she built a platform with a majority of her base don't give a shit about Keisha, don't like Keisha, none of it. And there's nothing that's ever going to happen between the bridge building that some people are going to co-sign. This is not going to be co-signable. They're not going to be interested in it. So hearing about, Ashli working with Jeremy, and August loves his stepmother, that is like nails on the chalkboard to some people. They're not gonna ever co-sign that because they don't trust Keisha, they don't like Keisha, and they don't um yeah, they don't like her, they don't trust her, they don't anything her.
It is what it is. Like, we all got the same 24 hours. Like, as long as you're trying to work on yourself, that's all that matters. And that's what I'm trying to do. Like, I'm not gonna keep letting people bring me back to a place that I'm trying to get away from. And especially, like I said, it's a lot more love than it is hate. And I'm not. I have to like finally acknowledge that,
Girl,
like, the love be so
this
much
is
louder.
some
And I really appreciate.
this is some lemonade. This is a story about lemonade, okay? This is a story about going to a lemon tree farm and getting a basket of lemons and having to make lemonade, lemon pops, lemon pie, lemon all of the things. This is just, sis got to sis got a bad deal dealing with that guy. She chose to deal with this guy. He was not a good choice, and unfortunately these are the repercussions of Jeremy Postel. Dealing with Jeremy Postel, this is what happens. Unfortunately, you got to make some lemonade. This is a whole lemonade thing.
Appreciate you guys for, the real love, the real support. I feel like the monitoring spirits, as I keep praying and keep working on myself, they slowly reveal themselves, and they, get dismissed, and it is what it is. And we're just gonna keep it moving. Hi, my babies. I ain't really been looking at the chat like that because I just had to say what I had to say real quick. But
Well, in 30 days she gonna come back and say it again. I mean, I'm this is just my observation. I don't have a dog in this fight at all. It's just this is people are going to feel how they feel. Her supporters are going to feel how they feel. Um this is just what she's going to have to deal with.
Yeah,
You think they should do a poly relationship? Oh my god.
I want peace, love, happiness. That's all I want.
I mean, I remember the first birthday party when all the aunties showered her with the room full of gifts. And when people found out that she was going to let Jeremy get the baby or come see the baby or whatever, and people felt like they had showered the gifts and sent money and, trying to have her back financially and supportively, that she didn't need that ninja. And baby, people were mad. People were mad, mad. The aunties were pissed. They were mad. Okay. What? You think they're doing the do? What? Any other time she has been willing to play nice with Jeremy, they have. So you're saying the pattern is that when she works things out with Jeremy, they are low key involved. He's getting baby mama rights over there. He's smacking the baby mama cakes. Is that what you're saying? Axum? Axum '08? Well, I don't know if they want him to be fatherless, but they thought that he didn't need that father, put it that way. And if he was going to be absent, good, because nobody wants him around anyway. And Keisha is a weirdo. And am I wrong? I mean, I've just been sitting back watching. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I don't care like that. The boy seems like he's doing well. She has to do what she thinks is right. But like I said, this audience and the other and any of her other audiences since she came on social media, people were feeling some type of way. I mean, we had to sit and see her cry, be sad, tell us all of the foolish foolishness that a certain real estate agent in Atlanta was doing some crazy shit, right? We listened to that for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. Okay? People had your back about this nonsense. And some people are never going to feel differently about how they feel. Oh, I should have filed for child support and went on her merry way and let all that mess go. Yeah, she don't want to. Me personally, some years ago, I could tell Ashli was still sad. She might still be sad, but she's realizing Jeremy's gonna marry this lady. I hope she's not giving up no cakes. Now, someone dropped some tea and they haven't been back. So I don't know if that's a troll. Axum 08. Axum 08, you drop that, you know what I mean? Come back and pick it up. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say about it. So Axum is gone. Axum dropped some TT and left the chat. Okay. Okay. Axum says that's all they going to say. That is that Keisha? Keisha, is that you? You know that when your man and his baby mom are working in concert with each other, that there is some sexing going on. Is that what you notice? Did she say that if she calls Jeremy and asks for something, he zells her right away and gives her whatever August asks for with no issue? Baby, is that what she said?
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
I'm just kidding. Axum is back. LOL. I don't know anything personally. I just see a pattern. Okay, Axum. I said you don't drop TT and go. Don't do us like that now. Legally, because he has not been legitimized. Okay, Arlene. Arlene bringing out the legal issues. He has not been legitimized in the state of Georgia or period. Okay. He's not been legitimized. Okay. Thank you for the reminder. She did say that if, okay. So we read that one already. Hold on. Okay. We did that. LOL. She sees the pattern. She didn't want to put him on child support. She said that Jeremy wanted her to get rid of that one too. Yes. Keisha's always in the bushes, period. Girl, she better be in the bushes over there to DUI court on Christmas Eve. Okay. Go be over there at DUI court on Christmas Eve. That's where she needs to go be in the bushes. Go be in the bushes over there. Get out my bushes. Get out my bush. Okay, go to DUI court. We'll sentence you to 10 days to serve 9, 2 years probation. I'm just joking. Wait. I didn't hit my bongo today, y'all. Okay. Keisha. Okay. Look, if you're on YouTube and you're doing a life update, that might be content. And if you're including your kid in the information conversation, you might be using your kid for content. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm straight up with you guys. If you don't want your kid being discussed, you don't want this negativity, stop bringing it up. How about that?
And You know, I feel like at the end of the day,
I'm gonna say, Ashley, this is your fault. If you brought this up on TikTok, then you brought it from TikTok to YouTube, and you sitting up here and Keisha goes bananas. Keisha goes bananas again and starts talking again and goes live again for 10 hours, and y'all fall out again, and all of these things, it's going to be your fault as far as I know, because you brought it up, you keep talking about it. Let it go at this point. If you're going to do what you're going to do and the internet isn't trying, you know what I'm saying, like you're not going to use anybody's suggestions or recommendations or support, whatever, why are you giving an update? That's what I got to say.
this is the internet, but also real life, and two statements can be true at the same time. But this is the internet, and y'all see glimpses and pieces of things. You see, just you know, you connect your own dots. Y'all put your
This is I don't know who this mod is, all that shines, and maybe this is someone who knows her pretty well. August needs to stay away from that farm, though. I don't trust those chickens and donkey. um can you address August saying Octavia? I Why, this okay.
own scenarios together. Some of y'all be
Hmm.
like right on it. Some of y'all be missing like a little piece or two, but some of y'all be far off. Like at the end of the day, I have to get to that point of realization of like y'all gonna believe what y'all want to believe. Y'all gonna think what y'all want to think. Y'all gonna see what y'all want to see, hear what y'all want to hear. Because it was literally a video, like one of my last few videos right before I finished like posting, and it's like people in the comments telling me something that I said, but it's like that's literally not what I say. So it just gets to a point where it's like, you know what, you got it. You got it, seriously.
Well, you should have kept your mouth shut. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, but the internet isn't where you probably should have discussed that then. Don't be mad. Like, people are going to interpret and feel how they feel. You People cannot expect to just do a video and have nobody say anything about it. That's just what people will do, thought pieces, reaction videos, all of the things, and that's it. That's all.
Trust. August was very sad about not being able to spend the summer with his cousins as well. However, if we're working on co-parenting, the only way I can be able to trust you as a co-parent and to, allow that space for him to play that part to see like, can this be something that could work? But if I don't give the space for that to be able to be an option, you know what I'm saying? Then like, how do we ever move forward? But that's not the first summer that August has not been like directly at Mama Marsha's house. Like at one point in time, you know what I'm saying, Papa used to go to Chicago and spend a few weeks in Chicago and stuff. So it's not, you know what I'm saying, it's not like it wasn't something that was out of the ordinary. It was so much, but I understand. But I just feel like for me it was just more so of the negative connotation that was coming back to me, and the negative vibes of like, why would you take her from Mama Marsha's house, and why would you do this, that, why would you do, like, first of all, Mama Marsha, like I said, is her own woman. Number two, she's a working woman. She told me at one point in time, like, hey, I'm going back to work. We'll be available from this time. You're going to have to pick him back up by this time. And you know what I'm saying? Like specific instructions or whatever. So it's just like, sometimes that doesn't work out for me. Like sometimes I can't come back and get Papa at a certain time or do certain things. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be a burden, and I don't want to make people feel like, they have to look out or do this, that, and the third to mess up their schedule and their life and what they got going on. So it's just like, we had to do what we had to do. Like, it's just that simple. We had to do what we had to do. But like I said, for me, on my end, nothing but love. I'm trying to be more understanding. A lot of people tell me I'm very forgiving.
But he's 5, so does he go to school yet, or is he over there at the homeschool?
I mean, that's just the way I was raised. But yeah, I'm trying to be more understanding of not just myself, but those around me. and be more aware that this is not just my world and what I got going on. And
that wig is not going to curl. That wig needs to some what is it called? Dry shampoo, or it needs to spend some time under some hot water with some shampoo and be cleaned, because the curls are not curling. Like it's so it, I'm just watching her spend this time trying to curl this hair that is not curling. The curls are not curling.
my life struggles. But yeah. That's what I'm saying. At some point we have to grow. Like at the end of the day, do I care for her? No. Do she care for me? No. But at the end of the day, our children, our siblings, we're not.
Hey, see, Ashley needs to edit. See, she might be in therapy. I think she's definitely in therapy, and she might be taking a little something something to help with the depression and the anxiety and whatever. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, okay? She might be taking something to help her get through this situation she's dealing with, and she's on some truth serum right now. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you've ever had a friend or family member who has been in therapy and they get their medication, baby, they're going to just tell you that, like, you say, like, do I like her? No. Does she like me? No. Like, now you don't have to sugarcoat and play nice, but sugarcoating and nice is good if you're trying to co-parent. Some things don't always need to be said. Does someone know you don't like them? Sure. Do we need to talk about it on our platforms? No. Okay. Do we?
Not going anywhere.
You
Like
know what I'm
it is what it is.
saying?
At some point we have
Hi,
to grow,
Cinnamon.
like we
Hey,
have to keep moving
boo.
forward.
All
And like I
this
said, I asked my child
is
religiously, how
getting
do you feel
all
about
this
such and
has
such?
the world
Like
turned
without
from, is
dressing it
really
up
getting
to like try to
tiring.
point him in one
It's
direction or the
yet
other. Like, does she
that
treat you
she
bad?
can
Like,
leave him with
does she do
whoever
this to you? Like, I
at
don't
her
word my questions
discretion.
where it's
That's
like
on
I'm looking
her.
for a specific response. I literally just say, so how do you feel about your stepmom? How do you feel like she treats you? And here's the
Girl, I would be this would be me. Where's my phone? Girl, I would be on that phone so quick. Like, ma'am, girl, this would not be it. Okay, hold on. Where's my phone? Girl. If I had a phone sound, okay, that's would be I would be like, hello. I saw your live. Do you mind not bringing me up? I thought we were working on working on not talking about this. Like, can you not bring me up in your live stream? Remember I told you guys I had a friend who would say, if that other friend asks you about me, don't tell her, like, tell her to call me, right? Why are you talking about me? This is where drama could start to me, but shoot, don't take my word for it.
exact words to me was, she treats me good. He likes being around them. So I mean, it's just like, what y'all want me to do? If he's contained, and like I said, he's not in just one household or the other, like he's in a few different households. So it's just like, at the end of the day, if I feel like if he felt like he was being treated bad or treated a certain kind of way or he didn't like it, he would speak up, because he speaks up about anything else. I know that he enjoys taking his breaks from his sisters, but he also likes being around them. But I do know that he would rather definitely be around his cousins, like, because he mostly grew up with his cousins. For me, I like I said, as long as my child is being treated right in his eyes, that's all I can ask for. Like I said, we always can look at somebody else and be like, oh, I'm not gonna be that kind of parent, or I'm not gonna be that kind of person, or I'm not gonna be this, or I could do it better this way, or you should have did it that way. Like everybody was brought up different. Everybody has their own background. Everybody, has the vision of what type of parent they want to be or person or whatever case may be. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, I know in my household what we do. If I have questions about that household, I call the source and we talk about it, and then we move forward. But I just think that, for one, like I told y'all before, I don't spend any time with the girl to be able to build any type of relationship. Me and her have no contact whatsoever. Like, I specifically speak to Jeremy and Jeremy only when it comes to our child. You know what I'm saying? There has been times where we all, like, well, it was one time we all came together and had a dinner with the kids, let them play and stuff. As we talked as adults, we didn't drag out anything. We didn't make it seem like, oh, we got to keep talking about the past. We got to keep talking about this and the third. Like, we all were in agreement. We want to move forward. We want to just move forward. We want to just heal. We want to do what's best for the children. We want the children to grow up with each other, to know each other. And you know what I'm saying? Cool.
My bad. My bad, y'all. Oh, I didn't realize. I'm sorry. My bad. Um, Ashley is in trouble because Ashley accepted the internet's help and support on a very strong "we hate Keisha." You know what I'm saying? There are some people that do not like Keisha. They don't fuck with her. They don't trust her. They don't nothing. And that is what some of her support is based on. And I don't think that's not gonna change. That's not gonna change. There are people who will never have they will never trust that woman. And I'm talking about Keisha. Okay. Let's pivot because I feel like this is when I came in, and I feel like this is still a whole lot of talk about that. She does get into talking about a few other things, but at the end of the day, this is what it is. I'm not surprised to hear about her and Octavia. I'm not surprised. This is probably the third time they've fallen out, maybe. Um, you know, I'm not surprised. So these two are just the type of friends that are going to disagree and take breaks. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, when I'm done with you, I'm done with you, and my family's going to be done with you too. Now, her mom might not be like that, but I'm like that. So mom, no. You know what I'm saying? But, I don't know. You know what I mean? So anyway, let's pivot real quick and take a look at this video cuz um we just gonna pivot. We gonna pivot, okay? We haven't been over here in a minute. I don't know what's going on over here. Jasmine's getting like 2K views. Look at Jasmine with her sunglasses on. I don't know what's going on with Jasmine. She says that she is out of it. You know what? You know what's troubling to me is that we have seen Jasmine on numerous occasions. She falls into these little depressions, and what happens, baby? She can't pay her bills. So right now she's in some sort of a slump, and you guys know what's going to happen. What month is this? It's going to be October. When's it going to be October? Tomorrow? When's October coming? Thursday? Girl, it's damn near it's Christmas time. Oh, today's the last day of the month. Wow. Girl, she's through. You got October and November to get your Christmas together. You got you have no money. You're in a slump. You're probably not making anything on your channel. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna come to the internet for Christmas. Jasmine gonna be begging for Christmas soon, guys. This mess. Eat. She says she's keeping a secret. Look, girl, look at Legendary. Send that boy to school. Which I know he's in school. I know. Before someone says he is in school, Fran. I know. Look at this coffee she's getting ready to make. Girl, Jasmine done put all her weight back on, y'all. She's putting some sort of syrup in there.
Okay, my baby girl decided to go with Shrek Forever After. And honestly, I don't even
Jasmine, your cup is cracked. Can we talk about that empty utensil drawer and why do you have a Starbucks stir thing? One Starbucks stir thing, is that, I mean, do you use that, rinse it off and put it back in the drawer? Because that's disgusting. Just use a damn spoon, dummy. Are you gonna be in love with me? I want you and need you to be. She's back with her old habits. Girl, look at that butt. When I saw that, I was like, Jasmine. Girl, if she put on a waist trainer, that's Gina. That's Gina right there with the waist trainer. Girl. Jasmine got all that thick. Girl, is giving thick bestie. Now, girl. Jasmine, you had got small. What happened? You see that coffee concoction she makes? Look at all that. Look at Jasmine, you back to 275. Look at them yams. Are those are like cassavas. Those are not even yams. Do you guys know what? It's not cassava. It's yucca. Girl, it's looking like tree trunks. It's bad enough she put the syrup one way and then she's gonna put the syrup another way. She's gonna checkerboard it. But didn't you just put some syrup in your cup? Girl, brisket. Erica, stop. That sweet ass diabetes coffee.
Good morning, y'all. Welcome.
Good morning. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Now, this house is much better than the last one. The last one was so that house looked like it smelled through the computer. Um, this house might even be better than the one before that one. This might be the best one so far, but she still don't have no furniture.
Hi to my channel and welcome back to one of the
Welcome back
vlogs.
to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. Back to my channel.
I know I've been slacking on vlogging lately,
I know I've been slacking on vlogging lately. That's since Chris left. That's since Chris entered the chat.
but I'm trying to get back in the groove of it. I don't know what it is. It's like a
You don't like it anymore.
creator's block, creator's funk, whatever you want to call it. Trying to get back into the mood of vlogging.
This junk. Y'all, we have got to watch. Did you guys watch any who follows Mercy Gono? Mercy did her 5th video, and I'm saying 5th, but it could be the 10th. Girl complaining about Gerald Addy again. Why does Gerald Addy have 100,000 followers on TikTok? And I went to his comments. Why are they talking about Gerald Addy is fine? Do you guys remember Mercy Gono, the nurse, from Uganda? Is she from Uganda? She's from maybe she's from Liberia. The beautiful nurse become YouTuber who would do the natural hair videos. And girl, we're gonna have to watch it. I went over to Gerald's TikTok because I was like, get the fuck out of here. He has 100,000. Girl, he has 100,000 and people actually watch his videos on TikTok. It is insane. Okay. I was watching that this morning, but I wanted to try to get through Mercy's video myself so we didn't have to watch the whole thing, but I could tell you guys about it. But I think Gerald is suing her again. We'll talk about it tomorrow. It's a mommy YouTuber. Girl, it's a whole mess, but this is Mercy Gono and Gerald Addy is a case study for YouTubers that lie. Go ahead and lie about your relationship, lie about what you got going on, and just watch, especially get someone caught up in the lie and they feel like you did them wrong. This is a perfect example of giving somebody a platform and them dragging you. He's been dragging her for years now. And it's her own fault because she didn't want the internet to know that she broke up with her boyfriend and was living with him and had her daughter laying up in the bed with them and all kinds of stuff. And Gerald told everything, had video, all kinds of stuff. We saw him get arrested and not arrested, but evicted from the house. Did he get arrested too? She had a warrant against him. Just a mess. Lots and lots of mess. What's his name? Um, I'll get it for you. I found if you just do Gerald Addy drama, you see like he's a nice looking chocolate dude with very nice teeth. Okay. Chocolate with a high top fade. He has an African sounding accent and he got some nice teeth. But dude, Gerald Addy, if you pull up someone's name on TikTok and it says Gerald Addy drama, girl, it's been nothing but drama. I'll find the TikTok for you in a second. It's not his YouTube name, but on YouTube, it's Gerald Addy, GeraldAddy. But the T, when he got evicted from when the police came and pulled him out the house, and all of the embarrassing videos, I think maybe they have deleted, but I have all of them over here. So it's a mess. But Mercy is a registered nurse and she kind of gave up nursing for YouTube. And it's a mess. Anyway, we'll talk more about it tomorrow. Yeah, I'll give you his TikTok
I
name.
have a couple of stuff I have to do today. I need to fold the kids' laundry. I also have sponsorships that just came in. One is a Christmas tree, but I'm not putting it up yet because I don't have a living room and I don't want to put a Christmas tree right now. But welcome to the vlog, and this is how you do it. You keep going. Let's go.
this is content. And maybe for some people it is. Here's Gerald. Okay. Y'all. Okay, I need to put the okay. It's G.ACHOSEN1. Oh, G dot A chosen one. Okay. Gerald dot A G dot A chosen one. And he has 106. There's a whole lot, but these women are in the comments talking about he's fine. I'm like, girl, you have no idea. This dude is freaking crazy. But he got like 1.6 million on a video and 4.3 million. For what I don't know. He's just like lip syncing. But yeah, this is Mercy. Mercy's on TikTok too. But really the video I'm talking about, if you just do Mercy, MERCYGONO, it's on YouTube, and she basically is complaining about Gerald the whole entire video. Like, it's like, are you serious? You still dealing with this guy again? Oh, Jasmine's edges have fallen out. Instead of trying to wipe them, why don't you pull them out and bring them to the sink and wash them with hot water? You know what I'm saying? Like, Jasmine, I'm not the best cleaner, but come on now. You can't figure out, like, take the shelf out and put it in the sink with hot water and clean it.
Run fast from a day job, running fast from the way it was. Jump quick to a paycheck, running back to the strip club. I'm never going back, never going back. No, you can't make me. Never going back, never going back. They never take me. I paid enough for petty dues. I put enough of shitty news. I had a thing for dirty shoes since I was 10. Love dirty men alike. Ooh.
Ew, look at her armpits. All you're doing is swirling around the dirt and trying to kill it with some cleaner. Why don't you just wash it? Just wash it. Ew, look at the stuff on her rag. Look. Ew, look at the rag, y'all. What is that? Wild rice? What is that? Bug eggs? Ew. That is so nasty.
Take it day by day. Ooh, never hearing what they say. Ooh, I just do it my way. God, these broken clouds are.
The fact that she's sitting there thinking that she needs some content and her thought is, let me clean my refrigerator and video it is ridiculous. Okay, so she cut up her own watermelon. That's shocking. She actually did that for herself. And she bought fruit. What the fuck? What's that? More watermelon? Are you on a watermelon diet? It's like, who lives? Nobody lives there? You don't have kids? You don't have food? Where's the tuna salad? Where's the hot dogs? Where's the romaine and tomatoes and cucumbers? Where's your food? Where's your onions? $1,000 in Lone Star in your refrigerator look like this? No.
Planned out for the kids this coming. All right, so I'm currently at HEB. I'm about to get these meals I had planned out for the kids this coming week. And yeah, I like did a whole deep clean on my house. I didn't record everything, but I recorded a little bit. Clean bathrooms, you know, trying to get the house back in order. That's what I've been trying to do. So we're about to go in here and get a couple of groceries for the week. Child, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's my blood sugar that's low. I don't know. But I got lightheaded as fuck. So
there's no way your blood sugar could be low with that coffee you just had. Girl, stop lying to yourself. Your blood sugar is probably high.
trying to drink this water.
What'd she
I got
say?
lightheaded as fuck. So
Yeah, your blood sugar is probably 425.
trying to drink this water. I got some water right now, so I'm trying to drink that. But
In a Taco Bell cup? How did you get that when you went to Taco Bell? How did you end up with a Taco Bell water cup? Riddle me that. So after all the weight loss shots and the hype, Jasmine is still big. Jasmine got big again. I think she gained back all her weight. Yeah, she's back on her diabetes diet. Okay.
I'm about to go in now.
Well, people who make big bucks off of cleaning aren't Jasmine. Jasmine's not going to make big bucks off cleaning. Jasmine made her money off of foolishness. That's Jasmine's niche. Right. Dr. Now says, but you ate 4 pizzas. You're not in calorie deficit. You gained weight. You're not in calorie deficit. You can't be eating the diet. You gained 2 pounds. You're not doing what I told you to do. I mean, Dr. Now just says it straight up. If you did what I tell you to do, you're going to lose weight. If you're not losing, it's because you're not doing what I told you to do. So don't come in here trying to tell me it's not working because you're not doing what I told you to do. Look at what she's buying. Pizza on pizza on pizza, French fries, meatballs, brioche, chicken wing, chicken wing, chicken wing. So Jasmine is planning meals for the week. So she's buying around certain menu. Interesting. This is a new strategy for her? How did you get the water from Taco Bell? Yeah. She was over there getting some tacos. She bought 1 can of green beans. She needs a foot in her ass for that. Who buys 1 can of green beans? Why not just buy a bag of green beans from the frozen aisle? It's, you know what I'm saying? Or buy green beans in the Desi, you say she's huge. Okay. Potato chips, not cosmic brownies with chocolate chip candies. What is that? Chips? OxyClean? Sensodyne for sensitive teeth?
And $117 later. Ooh, y'all. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the vlog here. I got all the groceries back there. Headed back to the house, and I'm gonna put the groceries up. I need to edit this vlog so I can get it up for you guys tomorrow. So stay tuned for the next vlog. Hey guys, welcome back to another vlog. My kids just came home. They're eating a quick little lunch, and then I'm gonna get started on Ava's hair.
How in the world? And I guess her other house, she had she had Rent-A-Center stuff. I don't know if she had Rent-A-Center stuff or not. Didn't someone buy her that couch? Why does she? I don't understand. There's no way I could have my kids sitting and eating on the floor like that. That is so disgusting. And just disgusting, period. And just as a mother, your ass is, I don't know what you're doing, but you need to make it comfortable for your children. There is no place that your daughters should be sitting with their cute satin pajamas on the floor with glass plates. That's dumb. They don't even have a table to sit. The children, the babies are sitting at a fucking card table. You had what you had. Why didn't you move what you had to this new place? I don't understand.
What is the look of? So many things I've got.
Girl, she put back on all her weight.
But I'm afraid I don't know how. Cause there's a possibility that you.
Right. Who needs to buy hamburger helper? Get a bag of pasta, get some damn Prego, ragu, roll, whatever it is that you buy. Brown some meat with some onions and some seasoning. Oh, like hamburger helper is just basically a kit. You can make a better beefaroni or skillet pasta using your own stuff. Like, if you don't learn anything from using hamburger helper is, oh, I could do this shit with stuff I already got in my pantry. I got noodles, I got sauce, I got an onion, I got a pan. I got some ground meat. Let me make my own. Season it my own. If you can't learn how to make a pot of pasta from doing hamburger helper, you're brainless.
Ooh, look at me, this really love. Ever since the first moment I spoke.
Especially Jasmine, as an experienced mother at this point, she should have figured out, like, you could actually do this without a kit. You don't need this kit. If you've got sauces and pastas in your pantry, that's all you got to do.
Yeah, yeah. From then on, I knew that by you being in my life, things were destined to change. 'Cause love, so many people use to make things. Love, those who have faith in you sometimes go astray.
Does she have half a head of braids? What's going on here?
Love, through all the ups and downs, joy and hurt. Love, for better or worse, I still will give you first. Many days I've longed for you, wanting you, hoping for the chance to get to know you, longing for your kiss, for your kiss, for your presence. Many nights I've cried from the.
This concert that she does every time, it's like, I cannot with her. What type of braid is that supposed to be? The first one. So she had some box braids in the back, so Jasmine's just redoing the top. Seems like she washed the back and she's redoing the top. Who is she sitting there watching on TikTok? Somebody, do you see this person? Does anyone know who that is?
I still will choose you first. At first you didn't mean that much to me, no. But now I know you're all I need.
Jasmine is so fucking clumsy. That was Tuna Can Live? That wasn't no Tuna Can Live. Poor Ava, look at her. Jasmine, you're breaking her neck. She's sitting up there crying. Are you kidding me?
So after finishing the front of Ava's hair, which was a total stressful situation, I decided to go ahead and start on dinner because the twins have football and cheer practice, and I'm just going to do a simple, easy dinner tonight. And
She could have took some rags. She could have took a hot hand towel and just wrapped the hair in, considering the fact that she wasn't trying to wear it down and she was just going to wrap it in some knots, some whatever you call that.
we're just gonna
She
have
doesn't,
some
that lady
meatball
doesn't, she's
subs.
stupid.
Y'all, hot dog buns is gonna come in handy, okay? Because it make it a lot easier. So I'm gonna put the meatballs in the air fryer, let them cook, and then I'm gonna prop the
That
hot dog
little ass
subs
bag of
inside the oven
meatballs.
as well.
She says she's been having a creator block on some damn making this shitty ass dinner. Okay, so you're putting some butter and some garlic. Oh, she's making garlic bread. Ew. You don't have a spoon? See right there, see that stick of butter? LAMBO would come. I turn my back and then I don't even realize it. Like, what happened to the butter? Lambo, were you in the kitchen again? Lambo would steal that butter so quick. He's tall. He's very much out of order sometimes. Ay, ay, ay. Look at this. This is dinner, guys. No spaghetti to go with it, like a little penne with some sauce. Some penne or some vegetables, some broccolini sauteed in garlic, nothing. 3 meatballs and some cheese. Lots of butter. Ew. This is her content, guys. This is what she was having a creator block on. So everyone gets one hot dog bun with a couple of meatballs. Are you making a salad to go with this? Look, it's like Subway. She cut the cheese like Subway. Ew.
All right, so everyone's plate is done. Here is Kaylin's and Amaya's and Legends. I'm actually gonna pack Ava's and Aiden's
No potato salad, no nothing.
inside of a container because, like I said, they have practice and they can eat it on the way home. I'm also packing them some chips and some oranges just for them to have before practice. All right, y'all, I'm over here trying to put this jersey on his thing. I brought their dinner. We in Texas, so the food gonna stay hot. I'm about to put their stuff on. I don't know why he didn't swallow his chips. I swear kids just be doing the craziest things. But let me go ahead and get these kids situated. Okay, I think I did it right, y'all. He needs smoking. Here's your water.
All this time, these kids don't have one cheer together yet? I wouldn't even show this cheer practice. I'm sorry. Let these kids get their routine down and then show it. Baby. Okay. Okay. We gonna let them. Okay. Ava's so quiet. She's cute. She's quiet. She doesn't say much. Are you ready? Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Let's roll it out. Yes. Stomp it. Stomp it. Yes. I'm just of course they're trying. I think they look just fine. They're doing a good job, but this is what I'm like, Jasmine, why wouldn't you just show once they get their whole routine together? This is practice and they're still clearly learning this routine. I was a trailer brings me back memories. Aw. Girl. Okay. Okie dokie. Jasmine. I miss. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, just come through when the routine is down. You know, like when they have their uniforms on and they're getting ready to do a game and they've got their little routine down. Right now, she's showing practice and she's laughing. She's laughing. And why? Okay. Anywho, whoo, baby, this was a challenging mom morning. These were some challenged moms. A little bit of challenges going on. Ashli is working through what she got going on with them pastels and and the internet and Octavia and all of the things, and Jasmine is a fool as usual. And we're just gonna let them have it. We gotta just let them have it. Okay. Let's let them have it. Okay. You guys have a wonderful day. This was fun. I enjoy you guys no matter, no matter what. I enjoy you guys. Okay. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys later. Take care.